Okay, so with Lil here, we're working at the park. There's some other kids and some dogs. So we've got some good distractions, and sometimes she can get excited by those things and it can lead to bad behavior. The first thing that we're going to see with excitement more often than not is disengagement from us. Then that's pretty much going to be followed by leash pulling. Now, over time, when dogs practice that behavior, that is the precursor for reactivity. If reactivity were the chorus, the leash pulling and the disengagement from us is the pre-chorus. It's leading into bad things. And so with Lily, there's a couple things that I think will be really helpful when you're getting her out and about, whether that's just in the neighborhood or at a park. It's going to be some priming. So she's still a baby, so right out of the car or right out of the front door, I think this is crucial before you start actually walking with her. It sets the tone. And a couple things I want to pay attention to is pressure and pressure release. So that release of pressure, and kind of talk you through why that's important and how to watch for certain things. So with excitement, I might put a little bit of pressure on her to bring that excitement down, to kind of tax it a little bit, to flatten it just a tad. I mean, I don't want her tail to be tucked where I'm overdoing the pressure. And so there's a magic number, which we found with going at the park. There's a little bit of a magic number, and sometimes that could be a level 8. Sometimes we've seen her get to like a 25. And so we can use that e-collar as a barometer. If she's on a 25, I need to do some work. Like, she needs to, yield to me and my pressure. So we see some kids up ahead. She's getting a little bit excited about it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away. Good choice, Lily. She followed me. So I see the excitement happening. I didn't even use any e-collar there. I caught it early. I step away. I want her to get a little bit sticky with me. I want her to follow me. Now, in a sense, she's learned that when I step away and she doesn't follow right away, I'm going to put pressure on her to almost gas pedal back to me. Okay, and so she is anticipating that. And when you practice this, she's not necessarily going to be anticipating that with you right away, but over time, when she learns when mom steps away, within a couple seconds, if she says, Lily, come, that e-collar is going to come on. And so she's anticipating me using the e-collar. Again, I haven't even used it, but because I've used it in the past this way, she knows the game. She's like, oh, okay, I'll follow you. And so the more consistent we are, especially with e-collar in the beginning, sometimes we find that we don't need it for long periods of time. If we're kind of spotty with it and we're inconsistent with it, clients tend to have to use it a little bit more, or if they're using it incorrectly, the dog learns that like the rules only apply sometimes. And so I'm watching excitement, and for me it's her ears. Like, when her ears go forward and her breathing changes and her like little pitter patter on her feet pick up, she's getting excited and she's going to go forward. She's disengaged with me. The next step is leash pulling, and from there is reactivity, especially if I let that go unchecked. So pressure is valuable. Now, too much can totally flatline her out and she's just like nervous, but just enough. I have it preset to a 10 if I need it, but I haven't used it yet. So she's learned the game. I can even put pressure with my body. So if I step into her, she has been conditioned that I sometimes will use e-collar here. So I'm stepping into her. I'm putting pressure on her to slow down. So that can be something that's really helpful too. If I am working a dog and there we go. She has to yield to that pressure. Now, if she gets bossy and she doesn't take it seriously, I'm going to apply stim on the e-collar. I'm going to start tapping, playing with levels here, finding that magic number. If I'm doing that on a 10 and she's blowing it off and she's getting silly and she's getting bossy with my feet, then, nope, Lily. And I'm going to, maybe go to 15, maybe boost it. Now, once she's in a good state of mind, I'm going to turn it down. Because now that she's back to a better, calmer state of mind, she doesn't need a high level. That's a nice girl. And she's like super happy to be out here, right? Even though we've done corrections in the past, and I'll probably have to do them again in the future. I mean, that's just part of life. But she's like, hey, I just want to be out here and do all the things, Lily Hill. So for me, I'd rather correct her and get her to the point where she can like come to the park with us and, be a part of our lives. To me, that's more fair. We just think about it this way, like just giving her information, pressure on, pressure off. So even when I step into her, I'm pressuring her to slow down. If I go this way, the pressure goes away, right? And she's going to want to follow that. But if I need to slow her down, I've got it. Good. Again, no e-collar. Like, she's been fantastic. So we even have big, scary construction workers out here working on the bathrooms, getting them all closed up. They've been in and out, popping in and out of that door. So she is doing good. So pressure on, pressure off. Sometimes if I step away from her and she's like behind me sniffing, or socializing, like, hey, no, I'm asking you to heel, I might put a little bit of pressure on the e-collar to speed her up. Or she's speeding up next to me. Good. And again, if 10 works, fantastic. If 10 doesn't work, we got to bump it with our heel. I was just working a dog earlier with the with me command, so now we have to switch gears with you, Lil, huh? Lily is a heel. She does the heel command. She's doing really good, though. It's almost just implied when she's next to me. You got to heel. So some other things like the down, Lily down. Good. No pressure. But in the past, pressure was applied for her to stay in this down. So if she breaks this command, I'm going to put pressure with the e-collar, and I'm going to point to this same spot because I want her to do this, going back to the same spot. There's a dog over there walking. Good job, girl. Good. Okay. Good. Now, Lily sometimes gets fixated on my feet when we do this exercise, and so I'm waiting for her to look at my face before releasing her. And it makes sense, like my feet are right there by her face, but I want her to be paying attention to me, not my feet, because if she's looking at my face, she's a lot more likely to take commands, whereas if I just walk away and she's paying attention to my feet, but I want her to hold the down or the place command or something, she's more likely to break. Lily, down. Good job. I didn't even leave her here. Now this, like, for a lot of dogs, this separation anxiety is good to work off of because it kind of, again, it puts us like in this leadership role. So if we go away, she's going to feel some pressure to get back to me, but I need her to practice some impulse control to stay here. So if I need to put pressure on her to stay there, I can do that with the e-collar and the leash and my body language. All of these things are a tool. Good. Okay. Good job. Heel. Can even just drag her leash around. Lily, down. Nice job, girl. Let's see if she'll break. I want to show how to fix that. She's doing good. Because there's a lot of value in staying with us, we build a lot of value in staying with us. Down. Do a little tap just for the army crawl. I will often come in and build value with the food. So I'm going to come in and I put it low. So this will be good for the kids to know, like, we're not coming in over the head with that treat so that she's like less likely to pop up. If she's anticipating the food and we're coming in slow with the food, putting it over her head, she's going to pop out of that down because she's anticipating food. So if she starts to anticipate it being right between her paws, it's easier with bigger treats, like it's harder with kibble, but these are just freeze-dried liver treats that she likes. I just put it right between her paws and she's more likely to stay there. Even all these leaves blowing in the wind is so hard. Right there, those are the biggest distractions for her sometimes. She gets a little prey driven over them. She's like, it's so fun to chase. Good job. Good girl, Lily. So now I get a little, so she even kicked her hip a little bit to the side. She's settling more. So the more I come in and she's anticipating this reward, it's settling her versus her anticipating me calling her out of this command. So it changes. The anticipation can kind of hurt us, where she's anticipating oh, I'm going to get called out of this command. And so I'm building in anticipation until I, eventually just break the command, because I'm going to beat my owner to the punch. And so I'm coming in and doing this. Food between the paws. It's like you're anticipating me coming in and good things happen when you stay. So this is our positive reinforcement, which she does really great at because she loves treats. Good job. Okay, Lily. Okay. Yay. So she almost was like, I wasn't expecting you to release me. Yeah, Dave's a good girl. So all really good things for Lily today.